In this tutorial I'm going to paint this landscape fantasy forest. Let's play this video. So first I sketch out the horizon line, and right here you can see I sketching out the trees and the mountain shape. I'm going to continue. So I'm going to paint a green color for the grass. So in this video I thought of going to make a magical crystal in the center of the forest, but we are not going to use that in this video. So this is just a rough sketch of the stone in the crystal, but anyways I continue to paint the grass color for the foreground. So I grow in different shades of green and sort of blend them together. And for the center part of the grass, I try to paint in a different tone of green. And then for the trees, I choose red color. So I'm painting all the trees in red color paint. And that is a darker red for the tree that appears behind the front tree. And I draw in some more of smaller trees that is going to appear like it's behind the front tree. I turn off the layers for the trees, and I'm going to continue to block out the shapes for the mountains to give it a 3D look shape. And I use the eraser tool with a rough edge to erase some parts, and then I continue to paint the base of the sky color. And here I'm painting the shadows of the trees. So I use the perspective lines as the guide of how the shadow should align. And I use the smudge tool to make the edges a bit rough. Then I'm continuing to paint the shadows for the trees and the lights for the trees. Light source is coming from the center of the mountain, and so there are some parts that are on the light areas, and the dark areas are mostly for the bottom right corner for the trees. And then I'm going to use the deep pen tool to put in some more detailed shapes for the mountain to make it like it have a rough texture. And then I'm going to draw some path I use a very and I'm going to and then so from here after I draw the path, I I draw the smoke that appears to be between the mountains and the grass, and then I use a pen tool which has a add 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 blend mode to make a dots that shine with a green shine, and that is the fantasy landscape video. Thank you for watching. I see you in the next video.